weekend was fabulous.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Explosive.
Yo. Welcome to VIBEOne. Happy Tuesday to everybody. It is going down. We here. We back. The whole gang is here. And we got a special. You know what? And I always catch myself saying that though. But do we really consider Nicole a special guest or what? A family?
She's extended family.
She's okay, extended family. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So this is the J.Versez.
Why am I seating so low?
This is my show. This is my show. Everybody calm down. This is my show now. Yes. What's going on, everybody? It is VIBEOne. As you can see, I have put the man off of here because the real man is here.
And I'm back in the building again.
Oh man. Oh my God, he came back. It didn't work.
Man, I am back, man. Technical difficulties. Y'all already know how I go. Technical difficulties, COVID, all type of internet issues going on. Everything.
Get that raccoon off of that internet, man.
But I was saying we have a special, we have a extended family member joining the show today, the one and only actress Nicole Crump in the building.
Oh, thank y'all.
Yes, indeed. It is Tuesday. Shout out to Mr. Lawton and Vibe Show Casper on the early check-in. We got an explosive episode tonight. It's always going to be explosive.
Is that the key word though?
In the building.
Explosive.
That's the word for tonight. Explosive.
What's wrong with that?
I was just asking. There's nothing wrong with explosive.
Well, you know what?
You're being weird.
We living in new times.
Right.
This is new times that we living in. I'm still trying to adjust to the new times, because you got to watch what you say. Not explosive. That might be tied into something that might come back, and I shouldn't have said that.
Watch out! You might be on the next watch list.
We have a great show for y'all tonight. I think that word is safe. Nicole got the safari hat on today. I don't know. It's a fashion statement. Multicolored nails. It's going down. That's what type of time we on tonight. I see that. I got the space lenses on. Jacqueline look like
got nothing but a Starbucks cup. I'm just
Jacqueline
saying.
Like she in the dark over there.
Sis. You got it.
Thank you, baby.
What you in the sauna? You got the dimmers on?
I'm trying to set the mood here, okay? We got some serious topics we're talking about.
What kind of sauna is that?
Exactly. What kind of sauna is this?
Oh, that's real money.
I don't know. It look kind of moodish over there.
It's real money. But hey! I just came off vacation. I'm feeling rejuvenated, refreshed. I do want to start this off by saying mental breaks are key. Okay,
Absolutely.
mental breaks are key. You got to get away, man. You got to get away at some point, man. You know, because it's crazy out here, especially during this time. I know it's crazy. People don't want to move around as much, but it felt good. It felt normal.
I was surprised you even made that move, because I mean, you as terrified as you are to move around.
I mean, everybody's terrified to move around right now because it's COVID, man. You know, it's a very concerning time. It's for, because you move around, you're liable to catch something, and that's COVID. But it was nice though to move around. It was nice to see people move around. It was nice to feel some normalcy.
Okay, so you've
been trapped.
With or without a mask, what are you seeing out there?
What I really predicted was seeing most people with masks, and then you have your people here and there that don't have a mask. But most people they had their masks up in there. I just went out there to San Antonio. Got on went to Six Flags, copped a 4.5-star hotel. Yeah, 4.5-star hotel, vibes. They playing the real bougie music in the lobby. That's how it's up there in the stars.
You must have got your stimulus check then. Woo, boy.
Because my show hadn't hit yet.
I can tell you this right now.
I've been on the. I got the site on. I got the site just stay pulled up.
It can't.
How many times a day? How many times a day you hit that refresh button and checking on your stimulus check?
I tried. I got a little timer and stuff set or whatever to go off or whatever.
Hey, but
let timer go update. Let me refresh that page and see if it hit yet. Them 14 right there. Just saying though. Cole.
Tell him.
Cole, you ain't waiting on it. You Cole, you looking like with that head. You done got them 14 already.
Man, I wish I ain't even got the first one. I don't know why.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. You and me both. I don't know what's going on with mine. I don't know what's going on. I really, really don't, man. But I have a major announcement.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Major announcement. This Sunday, I went and got my first vaccination shot.
Ooh. You've been so against the vaccination shot.
Not you, Mr. Conspiracy Theory. No, really, man. They got the chip in you now.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, I can't do it. Honestly, I cannot. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all.
I ain't gonna lie. I was very, very scared. I'm not scared of a lot of things, but mom's been, I don't know. I don't know.
Mr. Law, Uncle having a whole ass spasm right now. In the
he gonna call me after this show. I already know it already.
He's having a whole panic attack right now up in the comment section. I heard you got a shot.
I didn't have to disclose that, but I went on. I thought you guys should know.
So is that why you're wearing glasses? Or your eyes dilated as a side effect? Or
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, the government got you chipped now.
Man,
yeah, it's all up in your body now.
It's not. How y'all feel about? I mean, Nicole, how you feel about it overall, though?
I mean, me personally, I feel like I'm gonna just say how. All right. I feel like if they couldn't come up with a cure for AIDS or cancer, and all of a sudden you can come up with a cure that quick for COVID, something ain't right to me. It's just not right to me. And people, everybody had their own opinion. I just feel like it's some BS. I feel like, since COVID has been around, it seems like every time somebody died, they putting it on COVID. I don't necessarily think that it's people just passing from COVID. You ain't heard nothing about the flu for this last year.
Right.
You ain't really heard about it.
Well, they ain't even talking about AIDS no more at all.
They ain't talking about that, Like, come on. Like, I just feel like for me, I know, for me and mine, we're not doing it,
Now, what if you get in a situation to where, things are being shut down and you can't travel, you can't fly without the card, you can't, enter facilities, whether you're going underground with it, or what you going to do?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll have to deal with it when the time comes, if that time comes. But I've seen just a small number of statistics where people have passed right after they've taken that shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, a lot of, I don't think the scientific analysis for it was evaluated fully. I feel like it was rushed. I feel like it was rushed, and I can't take that risk right now.
It's enough to make people feel a little iffy. It's enough. Enough has happened, because that's all it really takes is a couple stories.
Anybody who got it though? I mean, you close to anybody who actually got the shot though?
For me?
Yeah.
I know a few people that has it, especially in the industry that I'm in. I know a few people. Some people, are not. A few people I know have said that they have felt ill because they have taken the shot. So, I mean, and I know there's different brands that have the shot. I think you have Kaiser that has one. You have some other organizations that have one. So I don't know if it depends on who has it or like what brand has given it to you, or you know. But I do know some people that say that they have not felt well after taking it. You know,
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say is, anybody who has had a fake ID in the past, holler at me so I can get a fake vaccine card.
I'm with you, Jack. I'm with you, Jacqueline.
Nah, but that got to be medically charted though. So you can get a fake. You can get a fake one if you want to, and it's not gonna make it. I can tell you that right now.
I gotta get close with Dr. Fauci. You know, see what he can do on the low.
Right.
Yeah,
Now, you know, a lot of stuff went down. Over the weekend too. You know, we had the Grammys and Beyonce had the big win and Meg Stallion and a bunch of other people or whatever.
Why you hating on Beyonce?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I could give less of a care about what Beyonce do. I don't care about Beyonce. I'm gonna be honest with you. My girlfriend always attack me. I care about Beyonce. I really don't care. I really don't care because it's like she a normal person, just like the rest of us. She's super talented, but I don't like the worship, man. It's weird to me. It's weird. Is you got people out here who think she Jesus Christ. She's a regular person, and that's the problem right there. You know, where you giving all these people all this power, like what? Because she can sing.
Now, are you saying that? Are you saying because you are entering at the front door of the entertainment business yourself?
Right.
Now, are you saying are you saying that because you on the outside of the door at the present time and you're standing at the door about to open the door, or because I mean you're gonna get that type of vibe when your celebrity bills and a lot of people gonna be looking at you like a god too. I mean, they do tend to look at celebrities that way.
And I understand that.
Nicole get that from time to time too.
I understand that, but I don't.
She said, "Yes, I do."
Oh no, don't worship me, don't idolize me.
But do you get it though? You a little lightweight celeb too. You get it. You on the screens and things of that nature.
I mean, I just look. I think it's weird. I think it's weird whether it's for me or the next person. I just think it's strange, man. It's like
for people to adore your craft and look at you as a magician for something amazing that you do. Because I embrace my celebrity, me.
Not adore. Because there's a thin line. There's a thin line between adore and just outright worshiping like you're a god. There's a very thin line, and that's when it gets weird. You got people following you everywhere you go.
But you're saying that because
like that, it's just weird. It's strange.
It's weird to you because you are not just a consumer. You are a entertainer.
I've always thought
you're an artist.
No, I've always thought
your perspective and
before
might be
even when I was a consumer. No, I always thought
right, John?
I'm different like that. All right. I'm a different breed. Okay. I think very differently from a lot of people. So this ain't nothing new. This is something I've always felt even before I picked up the pen and got a camera and wanted to put myself out there in the public. That was way before that. It's just freaking weird to me, man. Like I just don't.
Shout out to Buddy the Barber.
But I knew that because I've seen celebrities face to face, big time, at least B-list at the highest. And I stand next to him like, oh yeah, what's up? Like,
so let me ask you this, Jay. Are you saying that you don't care for her because of because of the platform that she's on and how people treat her? Now she can't help how people treat her.
That's why I'm going with
looking at her in that manner.
That's why I'm going.
Are you holding that against her? Or are you saying because I guess from what I see from her, I've never met her, but I've had an opportunity to, kind of meet people around her dad and, people like that. So are you saying that, just because people, you look at a person a certain way and her fans view her a certain way, and even just the general public, you're holding that against her because of how someone else feels about her. I don't think that's fair.
Nah, that's good.
I don't hold anything.
that.
I don't hold anything against Beyonce. I just said I don't care for her. I don't care for her as the level that everybody else does. Like she's the greatest thing to ever like on some Coming to America stuff. We have to throw rose petals at her feet. Like it's like she's just a regular ass person to me.
But do you think she's talented?
I never said she wasn't. So why you ask me the question? See, that everybody does that every time. Oh, what you saying? She's not this.
I think it was the way that you said it.
Right.
Because it's true. Because I'm raw. People can't handle the raw truth, my raw opinion. Yeah,
no,
I'm gonna say it how I want to say
the way
it.
that you said it could have been taken out a different way.
And then as you can see right now, I always know how to back up what I'm saying, and that's the key. Don't say it just because, and then don't say something, and it's coming from a different place, and you're trying to mask it for the real reason why you're saying it. Me, is no hating, no nothing. She's just a regular ass person to me. I don't. If I
but you know,
that's just how I feel.
In a way that can be combated. Now,
everything can be combated.
Your viewpoint is respected the way that you feel towards it. We're just trying to get a full definition of why you really feel that way. Because if it's not about her talent, because you don't really know her as a person, so you basing it on the way people are huge fans of her and how followed her journey, and they like the size of her celebrity, they like her music, they like
misconception though. What you see is just a misconception. That's not what I didn't say nothing about Beyonce. I didn't say nothing about her. I didn't say anything about her lack of talent. No, I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about people and their relationship with celebrities in general.
You don't think that people should look at celebrities in that manner?
I think there's nothing wrong to admire a person who seems like they're extraordinary. There's nothing wrong with that, because you have your average people who have no talent, who can't, pop, lock, do nothing, can't dance, they can't do nothing. They can't sing, I get that. That's cool. This person seems these are our superheroes, superheroes, like how superheroes are in a superhero world where they can do extraordinary things that a normal person can't. I get that. I understand the psyche behind it. But as far as reaching into obsession, as in you would like spending your entire next month's rent just to go to a Beyonce concert. That stuff right there.
I see where you're going.
So it's not about the person, it's about the fans and their very unhealthy relationship with celebrities. That's all I'm saying. It's not about the person. And Beyonce is a fantastic woman. There's nothing wrong. I just don't care for her because I don't. You could throw, everybody, you could throw, or anybody other celebrity. It's just any celebrity. The only person that I would remotely get fandom over is Drizzy. That's it. Drizzy, the only one. That's it.
What I'm saying?
Now, but I don't worship the man. I don't worship him because I don't worship the man.
I don't worship him either.
I don't worship the man. I would disagree with a lot of. I've disagreed with a lot of things I've seen from the dude. Okay.
I don't know what I would do being in the presence of Michael Jordan. I'm just and a lot more other people that I'm huge fans of, that I admire and adore. I almost gotten a couple rumbles with a couple people behind Bryant. Now, before the King left, a couple rumbles, you had to really kind of walk light around me, talking about him. That's just how much I love that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just me. I will fight you. We can get a couple
and I get that, but I don't understand the weird worship part. That's it. That just the worshiping. The worshiping is fucking weird. It's really weird. It's strange to me, man. Like there's nothing wrong with giving a person props.
When you say worshiping,
you know exactly what I'm talking about. We see it on the internet every day. Like, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about.
In a way I do, but in a way I don't. I just want you to break that down for people who might not, know where you're going when you're using that term worship.
I use an example. paying using your next month's rent to go to a freaking Beyonce concert, which costs like $2,000 to go to.
But what's the difference in people having floor seats? What I mean, those are 20,000, 100,000. I mean, you got
it ain't a man. It ain't tricking if you
went to a function at a company, and we in the box, and he got that. That's $100 a year for to have your own box or whatever.
It's not the same thing though. It's not the same thing though. A concert and a sporting event.
You don't think that's ridiculous to somebody who's not in that tax bracket? That would be far-fetched. To some Ludacris said something a while ago that I really appreciated, and he kept it all the way 1,000. Ludacris was like, man, people always gonna say that and view it like that when you don't know what that feels like until you get in that type of tax bracket. You're gonna always look at it like, man, I wouldn't have spent 20,000 on no Rolex, or I wouldn't have bought no lamb, or I wouldn't have did that or whatever.
I didn't know that I had
in that situation. You get blessed to get in that situation to make that type of money or get in that tax bracket or whatever. You don't really know what you're gonna do when you get to touching that type of paper like that.
Hold on. Right. I had this very conversation with my girlfriend earlier today. I don't judge. I try not to judge too many people and to be too hard on people in the same instance of saying, because a lot of people can sit there and say, oh, holier than thou, this, that, and the third, and say, I wouldn't do this. But yeah, I don't know what I would do if somebody came with a briefcase of $500,000 in front of me and say, hey, do something. I don't know. I would have to take 24 hours to think about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna have to think about it. So no,
then I'm not. I'm super fan, and then you would be a part of a Beehive team, right?
Hell no. I would never.
For $1 million, really?
Nope.
Don't be fronting.
I would think about it. I said I would think about it. I didn't say I would definitely do it. If it was $1 million in front of me, I would have to take 24 hours.
So for a meal right now, for $1 million. What wouldn't you do for $1 million right now?
Ooh, that sounds like a game show.
I mean,
Nicole, we're gonna jump it off with being that Nicole is a extended special guest. We're gonna jump it off with my sister. What wouldn't you? What's off the table for $1 million right now? Briefcase right there in front of you, all fresh blue notes, fresh crisp, fresh off the machine.
Off the table?
What's off the table for you? Name the one thing. Everybody get an opportunity to name one thing that's off the table for them for a meal ticket right now. Life changing.
My daughters. Okay. Off the table. In exchange for that, hey, you give me them.
No exchange for that. That's not even the option. I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, what wouldn't your daughters? None of that stuff like that. No family meal, no sacrifice. I'm talking like, what wouldn't you do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, eat a rat or just. I'm saying, what wouldn't you do?
What wouldn't I do?
No kids and none of that. Ain't no.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say, y'all may think I'm petty as hell, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to say, if they say no weave, no nails, no makeup, no nothing, I'm gonna be like, you know what, bro? It was good knowing you.
Are you serious? Come on, Nicole, man.
My nails, my makeup is just artistry to me.
You can't wear it for a day. You can't wear it for a day. No, I'm gonna say a week. You can't wear it for a week. You got to do your everyday day to day or whatever. Just other natural. Than you being on screen, you got to.
I don't wear it like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't a week. I'm cool looking like my daddy for a week. Like, oh God, I'm cool with that.
Versus for a meal. This guy here. What would you do for a meal? I should have went to Jackie next.
What would I do for what I would do for it?
What you wouldn't do?
What I wouldn't do?
Yeah.
I mean, slap my mom. I wouldn't do that.
So you wouldn't slap you wouldn't slap you and mama couldn't put that together, and have a meeting and I'm gonna have to talk to Hog about that one, man. Be like, man, look, man, like, let's really think this one on out, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talking about a bill. That's a lot of casino money. You know what I'm saying?
Anything against my family, period. I could nothing.
Hey, we can't even use families in here.
Right.
Reroute that, Jay. Reroute that.
Right.
Oh well. I mean, I wouldn't get back on that damn Joker ride at at Six Flags. I can tell you that much. Nah, not for a meal.
It can't be that bad.
I had a whole ass panic attack coming off that thing. Have you ever been thrown up 400 feet in the air? Because it ain't fun. I can tell you that. But nah, no. 400 feet this way, come back down. 400 feet the other way. Ooh, oh wait, we might put y'all on the damn moon. Hey, yeah, no.
Jacqueline
couldn't pay me.
Man, can you change the question? Because that could be like so many things. I would say, don't have me do this. But I mean, don't ask me to kill nobody. I will never kill anybody. That's just not in my nature. So don't ask me to do that.
I got one person in mind.
That's good.
That could take that.
All right, moving on. So let's see what. Moving on. Now we were talking about. So overall, did anybody watch the Grammys? Did anybody watch?
Who cares about the Grammys? Like,
listen, I'll be honest with you. Being in the entertainment industry and working with artists and stuff, I think it was so awkward when you have someone accepting an award and there's like 5 people in the audience that you're talking to, and you're giving out this speech. It seems so different. And then all the performers.
Who was doing that?
I mean, any of them. It could be Beyonce on the stage. She's just talking to so many people. Megan Thee Stallion, when she got her award, there was just like maybe 6 tables or whatever, and that's who she was giving her speech to. From the performances standpoint, you're normally used to seeing this big audience, and you have to go on and present and perform in front of like practically no fans, kind of. So I'm much up to, I give props to the musicians, to the singers that have to accept the awards, to go there with so much emotions or emotionless, depending on, the setting.
So you wasn't really feeling it overall, huh?
Listen, I look at the dresses, ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh, she looks cute today. But that's usually what it's a lot about. It's like the red carpet, what are they wearing, that kind of stuff. But Blue Ivy won her first Grammy, being one of the youngest. So I know you ain't Team Beehive, but I just have to put that out there. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of snubs and there was a lot of wins. But it was a little weird for me. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little weird for me. I don't know, man. It just, I thought it was dope. A lot of women won, predominantly a lot of what is women's, month. I don't know, man. It's just like it was a lot of different to me, a lot of different symbolisms in these performances and stuff like that, or whatever. That was kind of just, I don't know. It was just kind of weird. I mean, but a lot of it, they talk a lot about the Grammys, the Billboard Awards, BET Awards, MTV Awards, that it's all like, rigged in an essence. So a lot of the musicians tend to get upset because it's not really based on X amount of sales or fan base, and that it's predetermined by other people. So The Weeknd, for example, he's boycotting the Grammys because he felt that he obviously should have been nominated or won a Grammy. So you'll see that from musicians, that they feel like it's all political.
So overall, so the entertainment business, and Nicole could can speak on this, I'm sure. So I mean, because it has been a lot of it's been a lot of deaths going on, like a lot, what I'm saying, like, and in a weird way, what I'm saying, like, this has been overkill. Do y'all think that that is some weird stuff going on in the business? I mean, because I mean, you know,
hold on. What's this got to do with the Grammys? Are we not talking about the Grammys no more? Or
it's all tied into the entertainment business. I mean, you don't really have anything to say about the Grammys, period.
Yes, I do.
You don't rock with it, huh?
He said negative.
Excuse me?
You don't rock with the Grammys, huh?
I don't appreciate how you just try to skip over me like that. I'm an icon.
Okay, let's rewind that back and versus how you feel about the Grammys.
I don't see the point of them having the damn Grammys, bro. You pushing it, man. Pushing it. Stepping on my time, right?
I'm cocked and loaded, man. I'm ready.
All right.
I mean, I get the appreciation of winning, you know, an award for hard work, and I know a few musicians who have won Grammys that I personally know. However, I do feel like just in the entertainment industry, period, you have demonic things that happen. You have symbolisms that take place in the industry. And it's not a secret. I don't, you know, they may call it a secret society, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But it's that I believe that it's definitely real. The symbolism and everything that's at hand with some of the, you know, the messages that are portrayed through these performances and things like that. So when you're aware, when you know what to look for. But I personally don't watch any of that. I don't watch the Grammys. I don't even watch the Oscars or, you know, the Tony Awards. I'm just not into that aspect of it. And I know it's a major contribution to the arts, you know, as far as acting and singing and, you know, things like that. But I personally don't watch it. But I did see that my girl, her won, you know, and she's an amazing artist. So I think she's really authentic and really very, very talented. So yeah. I was proud to see that though. But yeah.
Versus.
I honestly don't see the point of them having a Grammy, seeing that 2020 was the crappiest year for entertainment. So I don't even understand how the hell can you have an award show, because it's supposed to be based off the prior year, correct?
Right.
Nothing happened last year. Nobody could perform. Anybody that could have made a splash, that could have really deserved a Grammy, couldn't get a Grammy last year. So I just don't. It really
that is kind of true though, because it's like, I was like, Beyonce won like 8 of them. Like, did she do anything last year?
I mean, but you got to think she was in the Lion King. She had a lot to do with that soundtrack and things like that. So a lot of the, you know, theatrical stuff, you know, behind it, I think. I'm not understanding. Y'all say The Weeknd, but The Weeknd just has had music come out in 2020 though. So why wasn't he even nominated though? That's kind of
there's been, I mean, the Grammys are infamous. I mean, the most infamous moment in history was the Macklemore thing over Kendrick. We know there was as of recent memory, when it comes to hip hop, yes, that was the biggest snub that we've ever seen. Oh, that Macklemore, that corny dude, won over Good Kid, Mad City. One of the greatest hip hop albums that has ever been released in the last decade.
So we know that's political.
So that right there, the Grammys has been on a downward spiral since as far as for my generation is concerned. When Kendrick got snubbed by Macklemore, Macklemore won 4 times over Kendrick. Kendrick left the Grammys with no award, and then on top of that, he performed with the Imagine Dragon on Grammy night as well. So that's just that was a phenomenal performance too. So it was just the Grammys suck. All right, I'm just gonna put it out there. It sucks. It's a already bought for criteria. The boomers are still running the Grammys. There's nobody of this freaking era that is on that Grammy board for real. So it's we all know that the Grammys got a major disconnect when it comes to what's really out here, and who they don't have their ears to the streets for real. They don't have their ears to the actual upcoming artists. I mean, if you're not on Beyonce level or Cardi B level or Meg Thee Stallion level at this point, I mean, your chances, and you could have way more because Meg Thee Stallion music is as subpar to me. It's not like she's. I'm pretty sure there's a woman out there who has way more talent, way more. But you know, she just people. A lot of people get overlooked. There's a lot of artists right now who don't have the clout, but they have their following. They have, and their music is slapping. But they ain't gonna win no freaking Grammy.
I agree.
Right.
So the Grammys are pointless to me. I mean, when are artists gonna realize that? I guess when that validation is not needed, I think it's kind of weird that there's a board for music because music is such a free form artistic thing. It's very weird. It's not like a sport. Now, sports awards make sense because it's performance based, right? You know, who clear cut who's the best performer of that year. But you have people, but like music is so free form and on a spectrum. You know, you have fantastic music that might not be mainstream concern, but it could have a better impact than that next mainstream artist. You know, impact and numbers aren't the same thing. It's just really interesting that it's just, I don't know. It's really interesting to me. But we know that the industry is bought. So whoever's label has the most pull with the Grammy board, they're gonna win. That's just really how it works. So I mean, you know, but that's just my take.
I think back. I think that it continues to digress over the years because, you know, I do remember like back when Michael and them was winning awards and stuff like that. I mean, you know, they were dominating every video platform, all the radio. I mean, you know, him winning 8, 9 Grammys. I mean, it was, we all agreed on that. Like, yeah, that was what that was. But now, you know, a lot of things is changing and stuff now. Like we just living in some weird times right now, if you ask me. Like everything is weird now. So do you really have a possible chance of with the way the setup is right now in the business, you know, let's just say from a music aspect, do you really have a chance if a part of whatever you need to be a part of or whatever group or whatever, do you really have a chance even if your music is absolutely amazing, you guys think?
I mean, I think to be nominated is an honor in itself. You know, you can only select so many artists per category. But I think prior to the Grammys, it's already pre-chosen. Or let's say, for example, you know, let's say Kanye was supposed to win it. He does something stupid, then they take it away from him because, you know, he did, you know, something in the public spotlight and doesn't, you know, the Grammys don't want to take the hit for it. I mean, it could be that political. But I agree that, you know, not every artist is up there when they should be. It'd be interesting if they had an independent artist Grammy. Then you'll see some talent. You'll see a very different flow, a very different vibe, probably be fan based. And that would be very interesting to see.
I think that that's a part of the problem, though, that I think that awards should be based on talent and it should be based on fan opinion. I think that a lot of things will be different if things were actually, because, you know, if you really think about it, you got people that's voting, like you said, these panels that's voting on music and they're not even a fan of the music. So how could that be a fair vote?
Right, it's political.
It's totally political because who got the most ends is going to see the most results. I mean, at the end of the day, because the independent artist doesn't have money on average. You know, I mean, if they slinging that good illegal substances on the corner, you know, then they might have some street money to make moves. But for your average independent artist who's just talented and don't have a dime and barely making it, you know, to make moves, I mean, they have no chance in hell, even though that would be phenomenal exposure, which they should. But the labels, like the streaming services, got everything locked up.
Now, see, that bothers me though, the space that we going in right now, because if you think about it, you know, paper money is dying out. And we're moving over to Bitcoins, and we're moving over to what's the other thing? Cryptocurrency and all this stuff or whatever.
It's all the same. Bitcoin, crypto.
Okay,
It's all cryptocurrency.
To me, I feel like they're they already now, with not being able to go buy physical copies of music anymore or whatever. Okay, that's that they've been killing the artists with that. And then I think they got control of the streaming platforms and stuff. Now they can control that. And then now you're going to be able to control people money too. Now that kind of bothers me a little bit with not being able to have.
See, that's the illusion though, sir. They've been had control of your money. They've been had control of our money. At the
not
end of the
the money that I have in the safe.
Of course. But it's all
remember, you have the vaccine, so they're monitoring you, and they're gonna take your money from the safe.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, as soon as debit cards were created, that was the start. That was the start, because what did a debit card do? Put all your money in one place. And now it's turned into from a strip, because now we can't even use the strip for real unless they got that real raggedy card reader, and you gotta oh dang, it ain't working about 10 times. Now you swipe it. So it's something like that. But now we got a chip, and now it's all your money is all digital now. It's all digital. It's all coming out digitally. It's not coming out physically. Because that's hard to track. Everything's about control. And at the end of the day, I just don't know as far as where the independent artist is going to fall when it comes to, because if you don't have two things, because there's only two ways you can make it in the industry, is money, where you have that's muscle, so you can muscle your way into the industry, or two, relationships. You build in relationships. That's the only two ways you can get into any industry. Either you have the capital to muscle your way and get you a spot, or you have to build relationships, and that's the long hard way. And a lot of artists don't know how to build relationships because they don't know how to be social. They don't have that gift of gab, that business sense. A lot of them a lot of artists are going to fall short because they don't have the social skills.
Sure.
So Nicole, on the acting world, how, does that tie in as well on that side of the world too?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely can agree with what Jay said on, if you're not sociable and you don't network and you're not trying to, meet and greet and, build those relationships, it definitely has an effect on, I believe, your potential to be, your potential to be, in projects and things like that. It's all about networking and relationships. So I definitely agree with it wholeheartedly.
Jack.
Oh, I agree tremendously. I mean, it builds your profile, builds your networking opportunities. Unless you have the social skills, you're very introvert and you're not going to be given those opportunities. So yeah, you got to definitely enhance those.
Yeah. We had some people that passed as well. Would like to shout, rest in peace out to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. We lost him, rest in peace, and prayers out to his family. And we also lost Reggie Warren from legendary group Troop, passed away as well. And I seen something in there where they said that the family was actually struggling to try to, get money together to, cover medical expenses and things like that or whatever, which garners another question, man. I just think that it's really, really sad that, a lot of these groups and a lot of these successful people that's in the business that pass on, man, and they passing on broke. I just wish they had some form of a union or something like that in place to kind of protect a lot of the artists, because it's nothing sadder than seeing somebody that was great and done amazing things in this world to end up at their passing to not even have money to even be able to get a proper burial.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was gonna say, I mean, you would think that they would have life insurance or have, money saved up in some fashion, but when you're seeing these artists that are struggling, it just really makes you wonder, how are they budgeting their money, or were they getting the proper royalties that they, were supposed to receive. So there's a lot that goes to question in the music industry, especially with older artists. I think the artists that we have today are being wiser and smarter and trying to invest into multiple areas so that way they don't fall into the same pitfalls. But yeah, I mean, it begs to question, why are these artists struggling so bad?
I know the answer.
Oh, what is it?
I know the answer here. Yes. It's because, I mean, everybody taking care of everybody. I mean, that's really because these people coming from the impoverished areas, backgrounds. Mom has to work 4 or 5 jobs. Dad got to work 4 or 5 jobs. Living in a 1-bedroom apartment with 4 brothers and sisters. You hear that same backstory for a lot of artists, and they are taking. It's kind of, I always go back to the Scottie Pippen situation in the Bulls doc. Scottie Pippen had about 30,000 freaking brothers and sisters, and his dad was a paraplegic and all that stuff, or he was disabled, and he took that bad contract because he had to take care of his family.
Right.
A lot of these people will become the breadwinners of their family, and paying mortgages, paying car notes, paying phone bills and light bills, and literally they are the provider for their entire, not just their immediate family, the entire family.
And I respect that, but where is the life insurance policy? I mean, that, I'm sorry, is not hard to obtain.
Financial illiteracy is a disease that we need to eradicate.
Man. I just think me personally, I just think that shit is designed this way. I think that the industry,
conspiracy
theory. Unless you have, like Nicole said, these particular relationships with certain people or whatever, you don't really have a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? You could be striving and trying to get out, because I mean, we already, let's be real, we already know, a lot of people in positions, who are less talented than others or whatever, are in position or whatever, who appear to be doing really well or whatever. So it's like, at what point does the playing field become fair, or are we heading in a worse situation overall in the entertainment business than it already have been all these years, with a lot of the greats that we see right now, who we just did the big interview with Dragon, and he was saying they was giving him, he signed the contract, he was giving 25 cents to 35 cents deal.
Yeah, that's gonna keep happening, man. We said it multiple times, man. The music industry has been corrupt since the dawn of the music industry. I mean, it's just been like that. It's always been. It was way worse back then. Right. I mean, compared to now, back in the 40s, 50s, when the music industry was very new, man, labels didn't have a dime, nothing. For real, so right. It's a cycle, it's a vicious cycle that keeps continuing on, because greed is the ultimate evil. People say money is the root of all evil. No, greed is the root of evil, right. And these labels are greedy. Like, they shut down the mixtape industry, but I always got to say that, because people wondering if you were old enough to when T.I., because that's how T.I. blew up, mixtapes. People, like, if you don't know about the mixtape era, just know it was taking money out of the label's pockets, and the label shut that down. That's why we don't have mixtapes no more. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, lovely Miss Crump. Yeah, there you go.
I was just going to say, even with that, you have to have a team that means you well. Who want to see you success, who want to see you prosper. So having a team, a core team, it doesn't have to be a staff of 15 people. It can be a good 5, a good 3 who have your best interests. in everything that you do and build on that. A lot of people don't have a core team, a team that's strong enough. You know, you got people on there who see you prospering, you know, they jealous, they envious, and they want to see your downfall. So you have to make sure you have a good team. Man, that's I'm learning that now.
Right.
You know, have a team that's gonna support you and make sure in the end we all eat.
But I also think a lot of people have to live within their means. So you see a lot of these artists, they go broke quick because they really don't understand what that advance means. You know, they see $2 million. Oh my God, let me go buy that Ferrari, you know, and they go crazy. They buy the mansion, they buy this, they buy that, not realizing, buddy, you got to pay that back at some point, you know, with either sales. And if you don't recoup the cost, then guess what? You owe the record label. So I think a lot of people are not savvy and smart when it comes down to living within your means.
Yes, financial illiteracy is a disease. I tell you, it's a disease.
It really, you know, it really is. It really is. You know, do y'all feel that you know, because it's tainted in a way? Because I'm not gonna lie, upon
well.
Now I'm cut off.
It's my show once again. So yes, it is very tainted. Yeah, I know what he was about to say though. It's tainted. A lot of things are tainted. I mean, the
we talking
grassroots.
about the wrong thing or something. I don't know what we targeted.
Hey man, this is
bro.
My show. You actually, really, honestly, you're gonna have to repeat everything that you just said because we didn't get none of that. You cut. You
now remember, you said a very critical word in the beginning. You remember what you said?
Tainted.
No, explosive. I'm telling you, they're watching you. You took that vaccine, and they're watching every single move.
They're shutting you down.
13,000 plus immigrant children now are in U.S. custody right now. I seen a video today. It was so sad. All these little kids, they just walking. A lot of them, you know. I would love to know y'all take on this.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a very depressing segue right there, man. Wow, somebody take that. I gotta process that, man. That's sad.
Jacqueline,
very sad.
You really want me to go first?
Jacqueline, Dr. Jacqueline, probably got it wrong.
You know, this is a very sensitive topic for me. I'm a product of immigration. Both of my parents are immigrants from Honduras and came to the United States, you know, because they wanted better for their lives. And, you know, when you think of the United States of America, it's, you know, the land of opportunity, the land of freedom, the land of, you know, just you name it, you know. So when you think about from an immigrant mind, something is happening in their own home country that is making them want to flee their country to pursue better opportunities, you know. And luckily, both of my parents, you know, came and became permanent residents and then, you know, U.S. citizens. And, you know, I am a proud product of, you know, immigration. But immigration's been going on for so long. Immigrants have flocked to the United States for so long. I think when we start talking about Border Patrol, when we start talking about, you know, the wall, when we start talking about illegal immigration, there's just such a negative connotation to immigrants. And not everyone is trying to come here to create crime. Not everyone is trying to be here to, you know, what they stereotype is take our tax money, take our, you know, this and that, blah, blah, blah. There are some legit immigrants that are just trying to live better. So from a refugee standpoint to an asylum standpoint, I think that we look at is immigrants and Border Patrol is such a negative thing that everyone's a criminal, and that's not true. But when you see these children, and it's sad because they don't have their parents, they're just as confused as anyone else. What hurts me is when they're malnourished or they're just put in a storage unit or a warehouse or whatever. It's sad. It's like human trafficking all over again. So to me, it hurts. To me, also as an you know, a product of, you know, an immigrant, we are human beings, and at the end of the day, you know, these humans have to be treated with dignity, with respect. They have to be given their meals and water and whatnot. And you're hearing these stories that these children are not being treated fairly. So it hurts. It really does.
Yeah.
I think it's unfair.
Tough.
And I have family members who are of mixed races, from, Mexican and Black, Colombian and Black, and just to see and other races, mixed into my family. But to see that and see the hardship and the heartlessness of some of the workers at these camps. For one, their children, they shouldn't even be in these camps.
Right.
Period. They're not prisoners. We talk about equality here in America, but do we really have equality here? No, we don't. And it's sad that it's 2021 and we're fighting racism in every race.
Man.
And it's sad, and I definitely pray for those families. But just to see that, I mean, a change got to come. And Border Patrol, yeah, you can keep out criminals. You can keep it. That's on every race. Every race has its own bad apples. You know what I'm saying? But those are babies, and at the end of the day, something has to be done about it. I don't know the steps to take to impact that, that whole, thing that these kids are going through. But it's definitely sad, and it's heartbreaking, and it's hard to talk about. Like, it really is, man. So
yeah,
a lot of things go on in those camps that they don't broadcast about,
Right.
So
it's heartbreaking, man.
Terrible stuff, man. I mean, I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston. Yes. So if you in Houston, you live in Houston,
Yeah,
we're a hotbed for a lot of immigration.
Yeah.
Okay, like coming from Mexico, being right here on the border of America.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of there's a lot of people who are just getting here. There's a lot legally and illegally, out here in Houston. So really, it really does suck to know that the mistreatment that a lot of people get, especially being from the Mexican community, coming in here, and just they get talked about very disrespectfully, and I mean mostly by the majority white privilege. The dominant white race in America is mostly coming from them. So it's really interesting how they treat them and view them, and it's like, I mean, they're hardworking people.
Yeah, and I say that, Jay, I back you up on that. Because I am from Houston, and I've interacted with a lot of Mexican Americans, even immigrants, and there's most of them are genuine people who want to provide, who want a better quality of living for their families, and they're just like the rest of us, So the mistreatment of it is.
It's wrong. It's so wrong. They work hard. Like these men and these women, they're out here. They serving you up. They're taking all the menial jobs. The jobs that every American, spoiled American that's complaining about, I don't want to work at McDonald's. They're gonna take that job and they're grateful for that job because it's better than having damn near pretty much nothing out there in Mexico that's ran by the cartel. So it's like it's safe here. They clock in with no problem and they work. They're out there. They're cutting their grass. They're cutting your grass. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff. The stuff that you don't even want to do. They're out there providing services, and they appreciate all of it. They love being here every single day, and I just don't understand. Like, I get it. Border control is important because you want to keep the bad people out,
right?
But we shouldn't. But the problem with America is that we like to paint people with a broad brush, and just it's just these big blanketed, like, oh, this person, it's just like with the whole, unfortunate. Yeah, 9/11 was unfortunate. But that doesn't mean every single person from the Middle East is trying to blow up a building. But that's what happened, though, because that's what we saw. People started treating every single person from that Middle Eastern descent as a freaking terrorist. And that's insane. That's not fair. That's racial profiling at its finest, Or people could say, well, I'm just prejudiced. That's still racist. It's like it's the same thing. It doesn't make you any less or better. So, I mean, again, none of us are politicians up here. We don't know this system as far as when it comes to that and the policies and what really it needs to be done and how they do things. But we know there needs to be a change because America is supposed to be a beacon of hope for. It's a beacon of hope for a lot of people around the world because around the world, it sucks. It's bad. It's bad out there, and that's why people come here.
I think it should be a process. Like I think that they should have a better process because you shouldn't just be able to escape. And just what I'm saying, just it should be a process to where you can come across with your family and do what you need to do or whatever, get things in position so where you can, enter over the proper way as opposed to swimming in a lake, jumping the fence, trying to, I just think that they shouldn't have to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I just think that they could strengthen the process to where, it's a process. You fill out the proper paperwork.
For example, we have refugee status, we have asylum status. So when you apply for that, you have to get a, background check. Now, why are we not creating alliances with these other countries to formalize, the legal way to enter the United States? These governments are not going to want their citizens to enter the United States in the right way. Why? Because it's their own money, their own taxpayers, their economy. They want to control the population, and it's sad because a lot of these individuals are either facing, sex trafficking, to they're being raped, to they're being killed, malnutrition. And that's the last thing that they want is like the inside scoop of what's really happening in their country to come to light. And, a lot of these countries are in poverty. And would you blame, an individual for wanting to go try to seek better means? So I just feel like there could be a lot more collaboration between the United States and these governments to help educate and advance. How do you properly come into the United States legally? I think that will probably decrease the amount of people that are trying to come in illegally.
Some of the things that they're saying too, they're saying like, I don't know, man. It's a touchy subject. Like I said, we don't know the politics of it all or whatever. But the one thing we do know is when you're dealing with children, I do think that needs to be handled a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? So because when you look at it, I don't know, it's a lot of people get a lot of perks, when you do come over or whatever, and when you've been here your whole life, and some assistance that you may apply for, you can't even get that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you are not United States citizens, born and raised, and can't even get this loan or can't even open up this business or this gas station that went out of business or whatever. And you try to go and get it and you can't go get it. You got the bread, credit might be right or whatever. And you can't get that.
Yeah. So
what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I just think that they need to. I'm praying that they tighten it up and can do something other than housing these people in storage units and
basically concentration camps. Let's just call them what they are.
It's inhumane.
It's well, one thing for sure. One that I lastly like to just say about it is that I think change starts with lowering that damn cost. It costs money to go the legal route, you know, to become a U.S. citizen. They have to pay the fee first, which I do believe is like $800 or something like that, U.S. currency. And these people don't have that. People from just not even something crazy like, you know, Mexico, you know, just like maybe a country that's not so bad, but it's still poor. They don't have it like every U.S. citizen out here, you know, is like what they say, $400-500 emergency away from being broke. Yeah, those people times 10 worse. They don't have just $800 sitting in a safe somewhere to be able to pay the fee, the application fee to initiate the whole process. And then it's like a 5-year wait period or some crazy something like that. So the immigration it's a very extensive and expensive experience. So I do know that needs to change, because okay, everything's a hustle. It's a capitalistic country. So yeah, I'm not surprised that there's a fee. But I mean, damn, man, you know, why I gotta be that high, you know?
Yeah, I definitely get that. Mr. Lawton said it's a game of life, and most say stay away from it. But it's crazy, and we can't just sit back and let them win. Wow.
Man, I bet he got his hat on right now.
Hey, now, you know, I seen something that was interesting today. It was a topic. They were saying that why do people stay in toxic relationships when you know that you're not happy in that situation anymore, or it may have come to a head, let's say. Why do people stay in those relationships, or why is it so hard to?
There needs to be some stories put up on here. Yeah, let's go. Who's going first? Who has the story?
Who's afraid?
I think people stay because of complacency. People get comfortable. People don't want to start anew. People just, you know, feel comfortable, you know, and some people feel like toxic is normal, and it's not, you know. So I don't think that people have the guts or the courage to leave. They may want to, they may talk about it, but then, you know, people just get people get comfortable. I mean, complacency is a horrible place to be. If you complacent in life, then, you know, to me, that's, if you content with that, then to me, that's something's mentally wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you're complacent in being in something that you're not growing from, you know, a toxic relationship, whether it be with family, whether it be with a spouse, whether it be with friends, you know, any kind of relationship, if it's toxic and you're complacent in it, then you need to have a mental check.
So you're saying basically you think it's more of a self thing, because it's a lot of different things tying into that too. I definitely agree with you on that. You know, because it be sometimes we tie children into it. You know what I mean? We're like, well, I'm just you know, staying because, you know, it's a good environment for my kid, and or I want my kid to grow up with their mom and their daddy because I didn't grow up that way. You know, it's
and listen,
multi-layered.
And I've heard that on so many levels. But if you're there to remain with someone or be with someone because of the kid, then guess what? And you not happy, that kid ain't happy. I don't care what you say, because whatever you portray, that kid is gonna see.
Yep.
You know, and that's gonna come out. That energy, that vibe, that's gonna come out, and that baby gonna realize that. Those babies gonna realize that. So no, I'm not staying with nobody because of, you know, a child. I'm sorry, my baby can be happy in 2 separate households.
Right.
It doesn't have to. We don't have to be together for them to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Is it good to do, like, because are we really taking the time to really learn a person, because I do think background is important. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't think about that. I'm speaking from an older perspective now, from going through a whole bunch of experiences and garnering all of the things, doing the self-evaluation and looking back at, not being knowledgeable at the time, and kind of, kind of growing up in an environment as well, not really seeing a healthy relationship as well. Moms was married or whatever, but that situation wasn't healthy either. So those are the examples that you growing up seeing. Then you're like, okay, well, I definitely don't want to deal with nothing like that or whatever. Then you kind of, like, by not seeing nothing healthy, then you kind of get out there in the world and start finding your own way, or basing it off of movies, or basing it off of other things that you garner. But looking at it from an older perspective, I do think that the necessary time and background, and I do think that's information that you need to know, because how a lot of people be like, man, look, I don't like talking about my past or whatever, this, that, and that. No, I think that you do need to talk about your past. You know what I'm saying? I think that those are things that you need to know about or whatever, because I think that it makes the playing field a little bit fair, because you don't want to talk about your past. Oh, all right, cool. We don't have to talk about that then or whatever. And then 5-6 years down the line, you know what I'm saying? It's torment that might be spawning from that past situation or whatever. And, you like, well, damn, like, then you find out something else. Well, this person was this, that, and the other. You're like, well, damn, that makes sense. That's why it's like that. Do y'all think that, having those type of discussions upon meeting people, as you're spending a amount of time together and stuff like that, do you think that those should be conversations that need to be had?
I think they are. I think they're sensitive topics, but then also, are people going to be truthful with their past? That's, an issue. So if you're dating someone that is Prince Charming, for example, you're going to be like, oh my God, but never knew that this person was priorly, convicted of something, or domestic violence or whatever. They're not going to probably disclose that information to you. You discover that, down the road. So I think it's a discussion that needs to happen. But yeah, honesty, is it going to happen? You don't know.
Right, because people will put on a facade.
Right.
People will facade you. But when they show you your true colors, hey, that's your get out.
Do y'all think but do y'all think that way would help a little bit though, as far as the navigation, as far as, you know what I'm saying, saving years?
I think it would. I mean, why not?
Because what's the difference than going to counseling and it's coming out? That's what I'm saying.
Tell me up front. That way I can decide if this is something that I want to deal with now or later. You know what I'm saying? But let me decide. You don't decide that for me.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair to take that away from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because, those type of energies or whatever, you can find yourself, because, like, you can get with somebody, you got your stuff together or whatever, you get with somebody who don't have their stuff together or whatever, and you don't mind helping somebody get on track and this, that, and the other or whatever. But I mean, sometimes you find yourself, having good credit, having things together or whatever, and then get with somebody who don't, and feel whatever vibe they came with, felt the story and all of this or whatever, blah, blah, blah. You want to help them get on their feet, connect them with somebody with a job, the whole nine, and teach them how to, you know what I'm saying, and then end up messing over you. How many times we've seen that before? Now your credit jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Not this, not that, or whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you 110%. I mean, I think what's happening right now, so many people are rushing into relationships, man, because they're either lonely. I will say I've seen and I've heard so many people stay together during COVID because, number one, it was cheaper to stay with someone instead of leaving. Number two, what was sad, domestic violence was on the rise, during COVID. And that was a sad statistic to see. And it's like, if you're in that situation, don't you value yourself enough to just, flee and remove yourself from that? But a lot of people are trauma bonded. So they feel that they need to stay attached to someone for whatever reason. So yeah, like Nicole had said, sometimes it's, you got to figure out yourself. And if you're right with yourself, you'll know when to leave. But a lot of people just, for whatever reason, they're attached to an individual and they just don't know how to make that move.
I just think that you know, and that's what I'm saying. I think that, you know, it does start with self. And I think that, you know, when you have a certain standard or whatever, I don't think you should compromise that standard, because you put in the work, you grinded, you put in the work, you got yourself together. Because, you know, I know the saying, you know, we all have the same opportunities. A lot of us don't have the same opportunities, but at the same time, you got a lot of people who didn't use that as an excuse either, and used that the opposite, and was like, you know what, my family was messed up or whatever, but I'm finna get out here and get it. I'm finna go a whole nother way. Some people use that as motivation. So I don't really think that that's an excuse that could be valid all the time, because I mean, everybody had hardships. Everybody grew up with hardships and things like that. I just think that we living in a fake world right now, and a lot of people be playing a lot of games. A lot of people be having motives. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we just living in a social world now. It all started with when these online dating sites got created and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When I think that when that physical communication was you know, broken up, and people start communicating more online and all that, I think that's where a lot of the problems come in at. When, you know, with all of the online dating and all of this stuff or whatever, because the cyber world could be a beast. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at it right now, you can't even log online right now without, you know, everybody posting everything. We over at Benihana's. Boom, here's my drink. Let me get, you know, I'm just trying to understand that. Like, because at what point are you unplugging from it and actually enjoying the date? Right. We can't enjoy the date because we trying to get the picture in. You know, we trying to get the meal in. The people brought the food, man. We got to position it. Let's get a good picture of this right here. Life's good, but then it's really not. It's, you know what I'm saying? I just think we live in a fake world right now, man.
I was going to say too, I mean, and like, what about privacy? I mean, why do you have to, you know, say, now we're going to the movies and now we're going to the, you know, skating rink? Who cares? At the end of the day, no one cares, you know? Enjoy your life, you know?
I think some people do that for validation. I think it's definitely validation, something that they're missing that's not tangible to them. So they feel like doing that is something, you know, that'll get them accolades or get them validation. So, but then that reflects back to self-esteem. I think, you know, I think it goes back to just wanting and needing something that you're missing. So you try to get it through some outside source. And unfortunately, we're in a technology world, right? So where now it's like everything is virtual. You want to do that. I can see that what we do, you know, posting for networking reasons and things we got going. But like when you're doing it for just validation and just you'll never feel fulfilled.
And we see a lot of that.
Feel fulfilled.
And it's sad. We see a lot of that nowadays. We see a lot of that, and you know, I just don't think that everything needs to be posted. I don't think that, you know, accomplishments, that's okay. That's okay to you know, to post your accomplishments or whatever. But if you're not a reality star or something like that, where you got the cameras following you around 24/7 like Kim Kardashian them or whatever, I just think that some things you could have a healthier relationship with keeping some things private.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people too have that fear when we talk about relationships, why they stay in it, that they won't find something better. You know, and again, I think that goes back to self. If you honestly don't value who you are, you're not going to remove yourself from that situation, because you'll never know if something is better, you know. But yeah, I think some people have that fear. And so like she had said, you know, you stay complacent and you just continue in that mentality.
Right. Because everybody, you know, that, man, I just think that love, the word love, has been tainted so much to the point to where it's like, you know, when somebody say that, do you really feel it like that anymore? If you don't have any examples or things are being exhibited to connect to it now, because back then when somebody said they love you, man, that was everything. Now it's like when somebody said they love you, it's just like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
That's because I believe people nowadays materialize what love is by things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not about the expression of it, and it's about things and what can you do for me? Show me that you love me by giving me this, by purchasing me this. They put a monetary value, I believe, on what love is, and that's not love.
Right. So would you say that
yeah,
do you think that's kind of shaped that way or whatever? Because I mean, now we're hearing a lot of the women artists or whatever, that's and the men been, I guess the roles have reversed now, because the men, I guess, have been degrading the women so much in the music or whatever, and then now the women are doing it. But I just feel like, what examples are we really putting out there for the younger girls coming up? Because now it's on some, if you give me a bag, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Or I need to get this, or I need to get that, and then you could get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is it? You know what I mean?
Yes, bald one. Yes. You cooking.
What do y'all think about that? Because I mean, the younger generation is what I'm really worried about. Their mentality and the way that they're thinking nowadays. It ain't like how when we came up.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Totally different.
That's what Versez needs to talk about, because that's his generation.
It's crazy.
I don't understand the younger generation.
It's kids, man. I'm telling you, they're insane. Popping Percocets and all this stuff. That's crazy out here. What's up? My name is Versez. I'm just checking in. These three have been cooking with grease, man. I just been sitting back. I've just been just.
So you just that chicken waiting to be fried? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I was just very curious to see what everybody's takes was on it. Just seeing how, and I just loved it. It was like beautiful chemistry, just bouncing, just in the L formation. Because we're all in L. Well, as far as the younger generation is concerned, love, the ideal of love has been transformed to a transactional type of thing. It's kind of disgusting when you think about it. Because what else? Prostitution is that's transactional. Affection, time spent. That's what a lot of young girls are exhibiting, is that my attention and my time and my affection can be bought. It's transactional now. Buy me this, buy me that. What's the flashiest date you could take me on? That will determine our how I categorize you moving forward as a man. And really, it's not on the women, it's on the men, because the men are the ones that are laying down and accepting these terms. They're accepting these terms. They oblige. Like, yeah, okay, fine. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I gotta get her Savage Fenty for her birthday. Or oh gosh, she's not gonna want me anymore. So I'm gonna buy this, because it's all out of desperation. It's all out of loneliness. People are lonely out here. Especially these days. I mean, loneliness is crazy, because as connected as we are through the internet, people are very, very lonely. Right. And seeking that validation, seeking that affection and that love and things like that. And I think because the world has become smaller because of technology, I think these problems have always been here, but now it's just hyper focused, and you can see it. It's kind of like everybody's stupidity. How you see dumb people do dumb things and say dumb stuff all the time, and you're like, yeah, where all these dumb people come from? And it's like, no. These type of people always been here, but you couldn't see them because we didn't have social media. Everybody didn't have a platform to show everything, but now everything is on display. So now we're seeing our awareness has been put on high Like everybody can see everything, and it's insane. But I mean, that's just yeah. I mean, you can say it is the revolution of women again, or you can just say that men ain't got no backbone. Either way, it's messed up. It's messed up. How people treat people, it's it's proven the empathy level has gone down, because the further we get more advanced with technology, the further that we get more technologically advanced with dating and things like that, the human interaction part is being taken out bit by bit. And that's why dating is so bad. Like it's terrible, because everything is about aesthetic. It's about the surface. It's not about getting to know a person. It's about, hey, what kind of car he driving, or does she do this or do that, or everybody's chasing the Ken doll. Everybody's chasing the Barbie doll. They're chasing the perfect person that does not freaking exist, because we're all imperfect at the end of the day. You know, and
I
that's
think that's what they're trying to do, is
forget.
create the perfect person.
No, yeah, no, that's for sure. People are trying to create the perfect person, and that's why you have these fake facades on Instagram and anywhere there you can create, because you have the internet persona and then you have the real person, and people put their best foot forward on the internet so they can fake like they got the perfect life, that the perfect, my perfect hair, my perfect nails, perfect shoes, perfect outfit, perfect car, perfect boyfriend, perfect girlfriend, perfect dog. Like it's all this bullshit. This
Dog.
like
No
it's
lie.
everything is freaking perfect. Look at me. My life is just a fantasy. Everybody's, and I mean, you got people out here who just have unrealistic expectations and think that they're going to get a person that checks off all the boxes. And that's why relationships aren't that strong. That's why just everybody is just chasing a fantasy that don't exist. That there's no perfect man. You know, every person that is your fit is not the person that's on a TV screen. It ain't gonna be fucking. It ain't gonna be Michael B. Jordan. I'm telling you, it's not. You know,
Damn.
every man is not the man for you. Ain't gonna be Michael B. Jordan 99% of the time. It might be just your average dude that fix your car.
Because Michael B. Jordan shocked the world with that move, huh?
I'm just saying, or it's not gonna be.
Boy,
It's
they were
not gonna
hurt.
be
Boy,
that,
them
man.
were mad.
What do you do? What do you do?
Nah, he's talking about Lori
He in
Harvey.
love with Lori Harvey.
Oh,
I still think it's a
Yeah, exactly.
freaking fake relationship, but you know, that's just me.
I don't know.
I think it's just just a move for attention.
Yeah, and I think also
Love
too is you
sells.
have these stupid reality shows that portray how a woman
Toxic.
and man talk to each other,
Toxic.
and I think our younger generation think that that's normal and that's okay. And you treat this guy, well, I want my Louis bag, or you're paying my rent, or you're paying my nails. At the end of the day, like, I'm really big on women empowerment and taking care of yourself. Like, if you have to depend on a man for that, you really need to start questioning yourself and checking yourself, because I think as women, you need to love yourself raw, real, natural before you can attempt to love someone else. Otherwise, you're always going to be fixated on what that other individual could bring into your life.
Validation.
I just don't think that it's ever going to happen, to be honest with you. As long as you got role models, that's and I'm not taking nothing against nothing against Meg Stallion, nothing against Cardi B, nothing against
Meg the
any of these other
Stallion.
people out here. But these are the leaders. These are the people that's at the helm of that the little girls are looking up to, like this. Like, okay, so that's what it is. That's what we need to do in order to be able to. And then as long as you got these stupid ass reality shows, when I was seen one on TV the other night, with they got these reality shows where these little girls, 16, 17 years old, they having babies. Why is that a reality show?
Is indirect glorification.
Our society idolizes drama. It's like a form of entertainment, and it's sad. You put a bunch of educated people on TV, guess what? People are not going to watch.
We don't see those shows.
The networks think.
Ain't gonna watch it.
Because it's boring.
My 600-pound wife or whatever. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the ultimate goal with that? Because we're not seeing nobody
'Cause
a year later that lost all the weight. So I'm just trying to understand, like, why is it the hottest show? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
to the
outrageous,
point to where
man.
it had to
Shock
be a
value.
reality show, because I'm trying to figure out, like, ain't nobody's accomplishing the goal.
I'm telling you, man. It's
It's
because
curiosity. How do you deal with someone who maybe is at that weight? What is your love life like? What is your sex life like? I mean, how do you guys treat each other? It's another reality
I
show.
gotta, I gotta, I gotta disagree. I think it's just that people naturally are they like look at something like the circus, right? The circus a long time ago it was a bunch of
I
freakish
remember
looking
that dumbass
people.
show.
Well, I'm not. Well, I'm just talking about the circus. It's about freaky stuff. The bearded lady. People would pay to see weird shit. It's the same thing. Reality TV. People like to see messed up stuff, and I think that's just human nature because it wouldn't sell so much. Like seeing a person who have a crappy life, a really trash life, being 800 freaking pounds, can't gotta be lifted by a forklift to get to the kitchen. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's the shock value because people are drawn to messed up stuff and dysfunction, toxicity, and instability sells. People like that. People like people that they're not all the way
That's the
up here
world we living
because
in.
it's entertainment. People like that stuff. They do. People like the fights. Like even back then, a long time ago, way before this time, man. I remember back in school. I was in high school in the computer lab. What we doing? We watching fights. Like like people like crazy stuff. It's out. People like that. They like chaos because as a human being, naturally, we're chaotic. We're chaotic people. We mess up stuff. We blow up things. We mow down nature.
Right.
We always tearing stuff down. It could be a clean, peaceful place. Let man decide he want to build a real estate area. He tearing down the whole goddamn forest and stuff. And then guess what? It turns into a strip mall. And then the strip mall got litter, stuff like that. Why you can't have nothing nice? Because people always come in, mess it up. Got a whole. I was like in San Antonio, I had a freaking Japanese tea botanical garden, a whole ass 7-Eleven big gulp cup just floating in the damn pond. I'm tangent here and there, but still though, I think just people at our core, we're just naturally chaotic, and that's why we're so drawn to these things, and that it's messed up, but it won't stop selling. It's gonna
I
still.
think it's programming, man. Like I really honestly believe that
It's that too.
I really think that it's programming because they have over the years single-handedly, because if you look back over the years, yeah, they might have had that type of stuff going on in our time, but my mom and them did a damn good job protecting us from it as much as they could. Certain things we couldn't watch. You know what I'm saying? I remember, we had the Cosby's, we had Family Matters, they had good wholesome shows on at that time. Different world. We had good examples of certain things. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all that. I just think now with, like you said, with everybody being connected to the world now, we just exposed to so much shit now. These kids just got access to the world now.
I agree. They definitely did a good job of keeping us, from watching
you while you're outside. You can't be out there with the boys like that. If it's too many of them, you ain't going out there, Nicole. No. I don't give a damn who that is out there.
But we did have. Hey, when Mama done went to sleep though.
Yeah, we did our thing. We snuck out the house, stole the car. We did all that.
Look at this.
Confessions though.
Look at this now. Look at this. All this, it's changing. It's this, it's that. Yo, we was sneaking out though. You know what I'm saying? Like we was doing.
I'm not trying to say
it all comes full circle.
We had better programming then around that time. Yeah, we did do our exploring as kids.
We did.
I totally agree.
And got a lot of ass whoopings too. Ass whoopings, punishment, and all that.
We didn't have all of the technology. And remember, TV used to go off.
I remember that. What was the last thing that came off? MASH.
Right.
When mask, you already know mask go off, the flag coming up, and that you're done after that. Well, you're gonna go lay it down. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I will agree with that. Now, I always pride myself. I always take very much pride of being born 94. Okay, so I was born like, I mean, shoot, I was like 4 when Jordan retired. So, you know, I got a chance to see quite a bit of that era, you know, and then also because I feel like I grew up at the perfect time of the last great era of programming, which was 2000 all the way up to like maybe 2012. And after 2012, that's when reality TV really started kicking up and it got really crazy, you know. So I think that I got lucky enough to not, because these other kids, I don't know what the hell wrong with them, they're crazy. But me personally, you know, I'm kind of foot in both ponds, if you will. But it's really interesting though. But we are talking about parents. I've because my grandma, man, she crazy, man. Love her though. But with my ass a whole bunch of times. But it's really interesting as far as parenting goes. Parents these days are terrible. I will say that parenting today, it is freaking bad.
It's the younger parent, that young little spree that came through. That when you remember when they had that little spree, a lot of young kids was having babies and all that. That's that generation.
Yeah,
they at the club. Exactly.
Terrible.
I was gonna say, I think parents are lazy nowadays, so you really don't know what these kids are watching. You think they're watching a cartoon, man? Let them change that channel. They'll find something real quick that will change their mind and be like, ooh, you know. And I think that's what affects their cognitive abilities, is they start getting fixated on certain things that they saw, and they see the dysfunction on TV. So parents, watch your kids.
Everything is on TV now. I'm talking about from commercials. Everything goes now. I just seen on Time Magazine. Time Magazine, they got a woman. I forgot her name. I was gonna write it down. She wanted to be a boy, a man, and went through the whole process, and a man now, and on the front cover of Time Magazine, and being talked about with everything. I'm just saying, like, I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying everything goes now.
So you're saying
your kids.
Hold on. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So you're saying, if I'm comprehension level is crazy, got an A+ in English college English 101. So I just, if I'm understanding this correctly, you're saying that there is a lack of discretion that is not being taken anymore, and that there needs to be more censorship.
We lost Nicole. Jacqueline, come over a little bit. You're on the side. Yeah, you go. That's exactly what I'm saying. Versus,
there needs to be more censorship. Okay, yeah, I agree, man. But at the end of the day, like I don't really like Cardi B that much, because I don't like her brand and what she puts out there. I like that she's an honest person and she is who she is. She's not fake. So hey, you know, it is what it is. But I don't support the brand. I don't like what she pushes. But I did respect her when that whole situation, when her last year she made that very, very average subpar song, WAP Bibbity Wet, whatever it is. And you know, she was playing her own song in her house. Her daughter came in and she shut it down, shut the song off and stuff. And why they get put on the internet? Don't know why. But of course she was getting killed for it. Oh, so you can poison other people's kids, but your kid's not good. It's too good to listen to your filth. And it's just like, you know, she had a good response.
Right.
It's not my responsibility. I make music for adults. You know, I make music for adults. You know, I don't make music for kids. That's your job. You know, and that's just a test to what a lot of people thinking. They think that celebrities and these producers, these writers, these people that make shows and commercials is responsible for your kid. They're not. Parents need to take back there need the responsibility because look, there's no. Why is your 13-year-old daughter listening to WAP talking about something weak? I make the dick game weak. Why is your 13-year-old daughter listening to that? How does she have access to that song?
Goes back to description. That's what I'm saying. At least if
Right.
our parents was blowing a little bud, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't blowing it around us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm just saying, even though we done snuck and took a sip of the beer, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm just saying, though, at least, you know, they were trying. To, you know, now I just feel like, you know, giving your kid a device as long as they ain't bothering you type attitude or whatever. I just don't think that's the way.
It's a god awful attitude, and that's why you're seeing these kids going buck ass wild.
Give them an iPad, let them you know, you just what I'm saying, you go out right now to a restaurant and just look around. Everybody like this. Go to a cookout, whatever. Go to a cookout, whatever. Everybody like this. You walk in the house, ain't nobody talking.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's talking. Nobody. People not even really. And I can say this. Like I went on vacation. You know, everybody. You know, I went on vacation this past weekend. Be great 4 days to recharge. I don't got a picture for you, bruh. Except for some ostriches because we went to a drive-through zoo. You know, where the animals are free and you can just drive through. I saw like 30,000 ostriches. I ain't never seen an ostrich a day in my life up close. Man, them things are scary. We had a thug ostrich. Okay, he was a thug. He was taxing. He was stopping every single car. Like, yo, what's up? Where the food at? Like,
man, that's real. Yes. But it say it's not Kano, especially these young boys. They're not doing any man things no more. That's what I'm saying. But the role models, like look at the role models that we have left. They're slowly just taking them out. They're taking them out.
But on the flip side, you got to understand that some of these entertainers have two different personalities. So who they are on the stage or what they present themselves in the public eye is a certain image. Who they might be at home might be completely something else, and you might not see that. So let's say Cardi B, for example, she's got that, you know, in your face. This is how I talk. This is how I act, you know, in the public eye. But maybe at home, she could be, you know, Mother of the Year award. You don't know that. So you're not going to see that side of her.
I agree. I totally agree. But at the end of the day, a lot of people get it misconstrued. It is true that you don't have the responsibility as an artist or as a public figure to portray a good role model type of thing, because you're not asking for it. You just there for the check, and that this is something that you may or may not love, right? But I guess you can say back in the day that artists were more, you know, aware and conscious of that, hey, you know, I represent something, so, you know, I'm gonna take more responsibility with my message. But that's not that anymore. It's because one, if we're gonna look at just music, it's all for the check, man. Like most artists, it's all for the lifestyle, the check. They don't care about the kids. Keep lining my pockets with money.
Well, that could go all the way. I mean, that could go all the way back. I would like to get this message in that Fat put up there like 3-4 times right quick. Let me acknowledge this.
It's so dark, man.
Do y'all know? He said, do y'all know that black men are the #1 cause of black women's death, and why? He put the question marks. He said, we are taking strong women out. Do y'all agree with that statement?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm not killing no black women.
Nicole, do you agree with that statement?
I don't know.
He say black men.
He said, do y'all know? Let me put it up on the screen for y'all so y'all can see it.
Y'all know black men are the #1.
This is what he said. Do y'all know black men are the #1 cause of black women death, and why? We are taking strong women out.
Actually, we can get some clarification on that, because I ain't letting nobody stress me if that's what he's talking about.
You need to give him a StreamYard link.
What does he mean?
It's too late. It's too late in the show.
It's too late in the show.
He say look it up. Well, I'm gonna definitely have to look up that statistic and
I would love that. I would love to hear what he's talking about on that.
But you know, overall, I just think that it's just some bad times, man, that we live in, and I think that everybody needs to pay more attention and definitely be more aware of what's going on, because we are headed. We living in Babylonian times right now, and if I don't know if everybody read the Bible or know about Revelations and all that, but it is live and well right now. Everything goes right now. You gotta. I have to really watch the TV and monitor what's on. You know, you gotta watch some of these shows that's on, because every show, and nothing against that community, but every show is definitely gonna have. It has to have one of those scenes in there. I don't know where we went to when we started heading in that direction. I don't know the timeline, but I just think that it's strange that every show, I don't care who it is, it could be Tyler Perry, it could be the Oath, whatever it is, you gotta have some form of that. I know it's a part of the world and all that, but I'm saying everything. It devastated me when I seen it in Drumline. I just didn't even understand the curve of it. I guess they was trying to
Drumline. Hold on, you talking about that?
Too.
You talking about that god awful sequel?
Drumline 2. It shocked me. I think that they were catering to that. I think that we just heading in that direction. I just don't know. Y'all, have y'all seen Drumline 2?
I hope y'all have. You don't want
first one though, huh? Everybody's seen the first Drumline.
You don't want to see
the first one, yeah. Nick Cannon?
You don't want to see.
Yeah. Why are you looking like that, Nicole? I know you just seen the first one.
I've seen the first one.
You don't want to see you don't want to see the second one. It's pure. It's pure butt cheeks. It's terrible. I would. It is freaking.
You seen Coming to America too, though, huh?
It's trash too.
Okay, like that.
That's garbage too.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
You liked it, and it was dope.
I liked it. I thought it was unique.
Wow, we got somebody on. Okay, all right. Nicole liked it.
No,
I liked it.
That is lovely that you liked it.
You really did?
I couldn't get through it.
I liked it. I felt like let me tell you why I liked it.
Okay, yeah, please do.
Let me tell you why. I can appreciate the storyline. I thought it was a tad bit over the top in a way. With and I say that I love Leslie Jones. I love her, but I feel like her character was a little bit animated.
It was unnecessary.
I do. But I'm gonna tell you why I appreciate it. I appreciated seeing some of the old cast. I also appreciated some of the new cast. I love the fact that he had 3 daughters. I feel like the oldest daughter favored the mom. Although I feel like that was a tribute to the mom, because they cast her to me to look like the mom, you know, and we know that this actress passed away in like 94.
That's the first time I heard. Okay, so that's why she wasn't in there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she passed on.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And I really, but I felt like I wish Daryl and Patrice was in it. I really do, because I felt like the soul glow and, you know, and just her hotness of wanting him should have been, you know,
right. And Patrice is still living.
Right. I did see an interview where he said he was not going to be a part of the second movie. So I'm sure that's, you know, why he wasn't in there. But I did appreciate it. I love Tracy Morgan.
You love Tracy Morgan in there?
No, we lost the audio.
I felt like he was awesome in it. The actor, the son. I mean, this is my first time seeing him. But like I said, I felt like some characters were a little bit too over the top and animated. But I do appreciate the storyline of what they had. So, and Wesley Snipes killed it.
Wesley did his thing.
Wesley was funny.
I just can't, man.
You didn't like it. What about you?
It was a cheap follow-up. It felt the first movie felt big budget. The second one felt it just
Not
felt
necessarily,
straight to
because the first
DVD-ish to
movie,
me. I'm not gonna lie to
the
you.
first one was really a spoof. The
Yeah,
first one wasn't supposed to be what it is. It is,
it's
but
just
it wasn't supposed to be that. They didn't
the
anticipate it to be
cinematography
that.
is just it's just that cinematography of then
I just
felt
think the
more
first one felt
legit
real. It
than
just felt
this.
real to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it just felt
we
it
know
felt
it's
more
old
thoughtful. It just felt like one big ass
SNL show.
it really, and then the unnecessary amount of cameos
I just
was
think a lot of
overwhelming.
characters was just unnecessary.
The sun sucked. I
The
didn't.
son,
I felt like that whole. Well, number one, I'm already biased towards. I don't like sequels 40 years after the fact. I just don't understand the point. Sorry, I know Eddie did it for the cash grab. Cool, you did it. It was a cash grab movie because what else reason would you have to do a sequel 30 years
I
after
wouldn't
the
have done
fact?
that. Eddie,
The
Eddie
only
is so talented. He
the
could have
only
created a
person, the
whole
only
another movie.
franchise that the sequel 30 years after wasn't that bad was what's that?
What?
Great cast ensemble of
What was
an
it?
of a black cinema classic. Morris Chestnut almost killed that dude off of the balcony. What's his
Oh,
name?
you
We
talking about
don't
the
know.
brothers?
Tay
The brothers?
Diggs.
Yes, Tay
The
Diggs.
brothers? The brothers?
Not the brothers. They need no sequel
Oh,
to
you
the
talking about
brothers.
the
I'm
one
talking
where his wife died? Yeah, Best Man.
That's
Best
man.
Man.
Yeah,
That
that's
was the
it.
only one that the follow up was not that bad. I actually
I ain't
enjoyed
gonna
that
lie,
film.
the follow-up
Mhm.
wasn't it, but the only thing I hated was old girl died. You know what I'm saying? I hated that part of it, but everything else, I loved it.
But Coming to
Yeah.
America didn't need a sequel. Just like Independence Day didn't need a sequel.
I don't think it needed one. I don't think it needed one, but I'm not totally
Yes,
disappointed in
that is so
what they
So
did.
you really wasn't totally disappointed. Well, you know what? You an
I
actress,
got,
man. So
you know,
I wasn't. No, I
yeah,
wasn't.
I appreciate that. It's very
she's an
that
actress, man.
you're lovely,
You gotta
you're
realize that.
lovely,
She got the hat
your
on and
lovely
multicolored
appreciation
nails.
of
You know what I'm saying?
the movie
I get,
matches the loveliness of the hat.
I get
So
it, man.
I appreciate that. That
I
is
get. Guy even got
nice.
what is that? What's that? Those are bracelets, or that's a part of the outfit.
Bracelets.
Multicolored bracelets to match the
Mhm.
nail. See, that's that actress stuff, man. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Safari had tribute to Coming to America too. I get it, Nicole.
She's trying to be casted, okay?
I
For
definitely
Look, I
get
actually
it.
auditioned. I ain't gonna lie.
You did?
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, no, I get it. I know every time I go on Amazon Video, that thing be lying saying it's the #1 movie in America. It's not, but it's cool. I know people that like it for the people that were in it. I know that it's kind of like it's like being a fan of a player and having no team. I get it. So whatever that person you see your favorite person in, it's a freaking classic automatically. I get it. But I'm a film buff, okay, of sorts.
Mhm.
That crap was disappointing to me. Now, at first, it started off very interesting. Don't get me wrong.
I knew it was over with when I seen Salt and Pepper and them come out. I knew it was over with. I see what
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I wish they
we
didn't kill
going.
off
Salt
my
and Pepper
guy,
and
man.
Jamon, man. Come on, man. I see where
When
we
they,
going with it already. I was
oh
done
no,
with
I knew it was over with when they killed off James Earl Jones. I was like, oh hell no,
James Earl
no,
Jones say,
no,
Okay.
I'm
Let
about
me
to
ask
die
no,
y'all
right
this.
man.
now. I'm about to die right now.
Would you guys have appreciated? Now you know how they used some of the scenes from the first movie and they made their faces look younger. Would you have appreciated it more had they used that technology and just created part 2 and it was still back in the 80s?
It would have been
I
weird.
wouldn't
It
have
would have been
appreciated it.
weird.
I just don't.
There's some movies you can't
It would have
recreate.
been too.
I
It
just
would have
don't
been
think
too
that
weird.
Coming to America, which was a staple in our community, I just don't think that it's some movies that shouldn't be touched. I just don't.
However,
I don't
they
think. I
try
think
to.
that Eddie could have came up, used them same people and all that.
Right.
I just think that they could have came up with a dope ass movie. You know what I'm saying? Dope ass concept, dope ass. But I'm saying that you can't touch that. Like that's like trying to do Trading Places right now.
You cramming too
Brewster's
much,
Million,
man.
trying to make another Brewster's Million 800 years later. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
It's just when you wait that look, I'm not a screenwriter. I've never written a screenplay a day in my life, but creative writing has always been my thing. And I understand sequence and circumstance and things making sense. Mm-hmm. And I know when you take 50 years to make the sequel, you have to literally try to cram everything that happened to make it seem like this movie connects with this movie that happened literally 30, 40 years ago. And I feel like the reason why Best Man, you know, Holiday or whatever it was called, the sequel to that, worked so well because of the type of movie that it was, to where it works, you know. So it's just, with that Coming to America, they tried to cram too much up in there.
But think about what they were trying to do. I Coming to America, y'all know, is one of my favorite movies, and I watched this and I was like, you got to be kidding me, because I'm so tuned into the original. But they were trying to modernize it, and they brought in a relevant topic that's happening in our society. You know, what if a child was made out of wedlock? You know, and then you have this royal family that has to make a decision. Do you abandon this child, or do you take them in and allow them?
Eddie got drugged and Leslie Jones.
Listen.
Eddie, man. Come on, Nicole, now. Keep it 1,000, Nicole. Like I'm just saying, like, come on. So Arsenio broke the real story down. So Arsenio broke it down to you. So Simi, you know, you were drugged, and Leslie was out of all the girls in the club, the beatbox chicks, they was cute. Even the crazy girl that was like, you know, and I want to be an inspiring actress, and then I want to write my own movies and create my own. She was cute. Out of all these people, Leslie Jones was the one that I'm just saying,
she a different looking.
Keep it a buck,
you
though.
know what I'm saying?
You know, keep it real. I'm just saying, I know it's Eddie Murphy, man. We that's our guy, man. Like, no, hands down, that's our guy. But I'm saying, though, aren't we allowed to keep it 1,000 though? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, keep it 1,000. I know it's scripts and stuff that's gonna be coming up, Nicole. I get your standpoint, I get it. But I'm saying, you from that era. All I'm saying is, I know it's Eddie. I know we love Eddie. We love Arsenio, man. We love James, man. We love them. I ain't gonna lie. We don't want nobody talking about. We love. I'm just saying, can we keep it a buck though?
I can keep it a buck. I'll be honest with you. It was terrible. Freaking no.
He was a cash grab. His lion. His first time in Queens.
This was the cash grab, man. Like
McDowell's.
Wait, no. The problem is, I knew there was something wrong when the rating said PG-13, because Coming to America, the original, was rated R.
Y'all really did a scene where y'all built up a whole thing where y'all was finna cut the dude slice of the skin off and
oh man.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying. You know what? I would have appreciated it more. I could have gave him a script. I could have gave Eddie a script. Honestly, I could have gave him a script. Really and truly, it would have been even. It would have been doper if they would have reversed it. Had okay, you and the wife, y'all over there. It would have been dope to show that y'all together, y'all got married, show how y'all living or whatever. And then the son decided, I want to go and explore America. I want to go over there. I'm tired of this Zumonda life. I'm tired of being the prince. I'm tired of all this. I want and let him go to America. Then do it like that and just show.
I just feel like.
But that'll be too much like the first script.
I just feel like too much.
He wants to go to college in America. Let him go to college in America. Let him explore. Then you can bring in all these characters, and it wouldn't have tainted Eddie in a way. You feel what I'm saying? It wouldn't have tainted that if you would have done it like that. Let him go and like, you know, son, you got everything you need over here. Why you want? I want to go to college over in America, Dad. It's time for me to go to college. I would rather go over there.
I'm just saying, when there's too much freaking nostalgia bait up in a film, it's going to bomb. It is going to, it's just not going to be a good film. When you try to serve too much, hey, remember this guy? Remember, that's how we felt. Remember this person? Remember that person? Oh, hey, we still got this guy in the movie. Remember this person? Remember that person? Oh, wait, we got Rick Ross.
You got a whole new generation that's trying to get educated on what Coming to America was. So they were trying to modernize
That's what I'm saying. I knew it was over with when I seen them bust a rap up in there.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was this? What this high school Zamunda music? What musical? What?
But
I was so confused. Why the hell is so many damn dance numbers happening in this damn film? I was very, very disturbed at the dance numbers that was happening in this film.
Because that was like, classic. You got the people in the beginning on the original one that
now they were twerking.
We love that. Y'all took that away.
But I don't even think because
feel.
If I'm not mistaken, Paula Abdul created that whole choreography for this.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you missing some people. You know.
I like the. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna say, man. Look, Tiana Taylor. If I was not a happily committed man. If I was not a happily committed man, all right. I love my girlfriend, you know. But man, if I was single, you were single.
I mean, versus you can get Coming to America 3 and your dad
we can get it popping. We can get it popping. She was looking real scrumptiously delicious up
now,
in
Jay, you said don't idolize and work.
See what I'm saying?
Idolize.
Get him, Nicole. Get him.
Hold on. We know for a fact there's a big difference between idolizing and just trying to slide in the DMs.
Tasting your lips and everything, though. That's a form of it.
Look, Tiana Taylor, fine as hell. What do you want from me? What, man? Like I'm just saying.
And you got people that look at Beyonce like that too. Beyonce fine too.
Okay, but I wouldn't. But you shoot, I'm not trying to. I ain't say let marry me. What the hell? I ain't say marry me. I'll just say we can get it popping.
This ain't the same guy who always plugging his girlfriend on she get the free plugs every show, huh?
I just said. First of all, I just said if I wasn't a happily committed man, all right.
I'm just trying to make sure you get the plug.
Wow. You see. Wow, just trying to tie me up, huh? I know what I'm saying, sir. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying all that to say this. She was looking fine as wine, but no.
She is beautiful. She's a beautiful lady.
But no. I'm sorry. That dance, all that dance. No, man. It's just too much, man. You can't. It's just overloaded the film.
James Amos had the tightest part in the whole movie. He was the realest one in there.
But you know,
the realest line. That was the realest line.
Michael Blackson is the only person that deserved a prominent role in that film that was a part of the new Michael Blackson. That dude is funny as hell. He was underutilized.
I think Linnell said one role. Auntie said one role, one line.
Linnell was underused. She was underused. Man,
I don't be really feeling like that.
You know. I mean, everything is subjective, but I'm just saying, Michael Blackson. I'm just saying, the dude was when he came in and he announced Wesley Snipes, I was cracking the hell up. The dude face, he's just the dude.
I was cracking up. I was just kind of like, what's going on? Michael Blackson in here too.
Michael, well, at that point, you know what I'm saying.
Morgan Freeman over by the
I'm just saying, I didn't.
What's going on?
Look, I said I tuned out when they killed off goddamn James Earl Jones. They killed off James Earl Jones, man. I'm like, what? Nah, no. Why?
They ain't even bring my boy back who was like, I would cherish this for my life. For my life.
Oh.
For my life.
Now I will say the barber. The
Nothing
barber.
moments you can't rip. No, that man. For life. Oh.
I just don't understand, man, and I just don't get it, man.
Samuel, did they bring Sam back? Sam was like, man, I can't do it. I just can't.
Samuel Jackson, man, he got that Marvel money now.
Yeah, he do.
I'm just saying, man, like I just the movie was just it was just too much. It too much, man. You know, I mean, it had its funny moments. I liked when Eddie Murphy choked out Simi. I like that part. You know, after he realized that he humped the water buffalo. That was
Nicole's standpoint.
Now, Versez, don't lie. You know you want a royal bath.
I get it.
Huh? No, I'm just speaking in terms of the movie. I think Leslie Jones is hilarious, but I'm just saying is that I like that part. You know what I'm saying? He choked him out. I like that part. That was funny. But
no, you missed what I said. I said don't front like you wouldn't want a royal bath.
Man, I would want a royal bath.
That was another thing. I'm like, this dude from New York, he from Queens, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mama, they trying to give me a bath. Even Leslie was like, look, son.
Like he was from North Carolina.
She said, you better
son. Like, son, go on back in there now. We over here. You gone on back in there and let the ladies
that part was hilarious.
That's when she was getting her bath.
I was hilarious. I liked it, that part. That was funny. Leslie Jones was, she was getting it in.
He's hilarious to me.
I like that part, but I could care less for the dude. I really do. I didn't care about the son. The son for what? Like for what, man? Like,
you know what the best part of the movie was though? The best, I ain't gonna lie, really, and I said this in another episode, the best part of the movie, man, and I was so glad they brought this character back. Bubba, the elephant, they brought him back as a older showed the older Bubba, and I really appreciate that from Eddie Murphy out of the whole movie. That was the best thing that I really valued and appreciated the most was seeing little Bubba grow up and to be able to come through. And older Bubba.
This goddamn elephant, man. Look, no, I need to ask Miss Crump a question. Okay, I need to ask her a question here.
Buddy.
being someone that has been in the industry as an actress like yourself.
In the industry.
So how much does it take for you to mentally disassociate yourself to actually take a really bad script seriously and deliver those lines on point? Like, because at some point, I know for a fact that these actors get these bad movies, like how Idris Elba was up in that Cats movie he had no business being in. Don't know why he was in that. That movie was terrible for Idris Elba. I'm just wondering, just how much do you have to just to be able to, the script is bad. The script is bad. Like, who the heck talks like this? Who wrote this? A 5-year-old? Who wrote this script? Right. But the check is nice, and you are going to execute this and get that bag for those girls.
Yeah.
How much of yourself do you see falling from your soul having to deliver them damn lines? I know it has to be torture.
It is. I looked at the check. I did something real crazy for like Adult Swim. That show was wacky as hell. It was wacky, and it was definitely for stoners. But the check is nice. So when you do see that check, but then you got to think about you auditioning for something. And a lot of times, of course, you don't get the full script when you're auditioning. So for me, like when I landed that role, I was like, okay, cool. But then when I really got the full script, I'm like, what the hell?
Excuse me.
But at the same time, it's like, you got agents who have, submitted you for this stuff, so, and if like you decline,
I have my hand up.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. What was the role, if you don't mind?
Oh, the role wasn't it was I was a choir member, but I was a choir member, and she was upset that her friend got gooey and killed. But you got to watch the show, so I'll give you guys the show to watch.
I know it's crazy because of those
crazy show. However, you got agents who book you for these roles, and so that's how they get their payment. You know, when you book the roles and things like that. So I didn't know it was just as wacky like that, but yeah, I try to take quality over quantity now. So everything I'm not going to book as of now, because I am, trying to rebrand myself, to particular audiences, to particular roles. But back when I shot that in 2017, it was like, okay, it was cool, but and the money was great, don't get me wrong, but once you see them dollars and what you making, and you on set for 7 and 8 hours, and you bringing home all them zeros behind that check, then you're gonna be like, okay, it was cool. But yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Well, because I know it's excruciating, but you're a professional. All the professionals, you're gonna get that check.
Yeah.
But man, I just know.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta. I know y'all come together and be like, man, what the hell are we doing? What are we doing? I know this is.
And you know what, Jay? It's funny because that particular show is not even on my reel. I'm like, I'm not putting that shit on my reel.
Right. You said the less people that know about it, good.
Listen, man, I hate to shut this one down. We had to go over a little bit because Nicole's on here, and these type of things happen, But we have reached the end of the road, and. We gotta set it down. Nicole, one thing, you gotta come back on here more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me know.
Let's go with our closing remarks. We're gonna jump it off with very lovely Dr. Jacqueline. Let's go with your closing remarks.
Hey man, St. Patrick's Day is coming up this week, so drive responsible. Even though some states are lifting the mask, stay guarded, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and stay prayed up.
Absolutely. Actress Nicole Crump, could you go with your final remarks, please? Thank you.
Continue to follow your dreams. Do something every day to push you further along in your path, and stay positive. That's all.
Prince J.Versez from Zamunda. Can you go with your remarks, please, sir?
Get that bag. I'm just kidding, but no. Seriously though, yeah. Do what you got to do to get the check, okay? No matter how bad the script is, all right. No matter how bad anything is, man, get that money, man. Take your opportunities, no matter how bad it is, because you never know. You just never know.
Statement. So you're saying, do go against your moral values?
No. Of course not.
We gotta be specific here when we say certain things.
They know. Okay, like look,
a lot of them don't.
Well, for the very slow people in the back, sorry. Do not compromise your morals, though. But at the same time, everything's not going to be perfect. Your road to what you want to do is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like the movies, because you know what happens in the movies? They don't show you all the stuff in between. They just show you when they was broke and then when they successful. One thing happened and then that's not real. It's a long road. You're gonna have to take small jobs, small menial jobs. So just always be open to opportunity and be open. To talk to people. Take matters into your own hands, because nobody's just gonna knock on your door and hand your dreams in your lap. It's not gonna happen like that. You got to do it yourself. But yeah, surround yourself with good people Surround yourself, you know, if you're chasing a dream, build yourself a team, you know, believe in yourself, and yeah, you know, be careful out there.
Thank you, son. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, bald one.
I love my son, man.
Love you too, sir.
Yeah. Um, to everybody, shout out to everybody that was on the live who rolled with us. Shout out to Roman Stewart, Buddy the Barber, a very loyal Vibe brand ambassador, always holding it down, man. So big love and big shout out to Roman Stewart. Shout out to Mr. Lawton, another Vibe brand ambassador, always holding us down, always pulling up on every episode, riding with us, and everybody else that was on the live, showing my special guest so much love. We just want to thank y'all so much. Nicole is very, very special. And we want to thank y'all so much. Thank you, Nicole, also for always pulling up anytime we need you to pull up to do anything for us or whatever. So major love and respect out to you and everything that you do for us as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody, man, y'all continue to be aware, continue to keep your eyes open. Don't believe everything that you see and everything that you hear on these news outlets and all of these different things that's going on. It's a lot of mixed information going on out there. But make the best decision. Follow your heart and your spirit. You know, get closer to whoever your spiritual being is, whatever that may be. Now is the time to get closer to that person, whoever you believe in, your higher power. Tap in and tighten up on your spiritual and get your spirit right. Any relationships that you have out there that's not repaired or whatever, if they repairable, try to repair them, because people are dying daily, falling off, dying, you know, the good health and everything, and just they gone to Mars. So you might not have that opportunity to repair that relationship, but at least you'll be able to tell them that you love them, and whatever it was or whatever's years ago, whatever, it's not that serious. So repair it. Y'all don't have to be best buddies no more, whatever, but at least make right with that. So, you know, your spirit can be right. Continue to wear your mask. I know they lifting things up in these cities or whatever. Move on your own judgment. Be smart. Don't be crazy out there getting loose again or whatever, because, you know, the virus is not going nowhere. And it's 3, 4, 5th strands out there or whatever. So take care of yourselves, man. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all for always rocking with us or whatever. We'll be right back next Tuesday. We on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever else you at or whatever, and all other times, just know.
Reverend Kano the Don.
That is it. Again, Nicole, we wishing you more blessings and more success with everything that you are doing. Blessings out to your family and your career and everything that you're doing now and that you're going to be doing in the future. We love you dearly. And you guys make sure that y'all subscribe. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you can be up on and turn that alert on so you can be alerted when we got new episodes. We got a lot more in store that's coming up the rest of this year.
Subscribe to J.Versez YouTube channel as well.
Also, y'all make sure that y'all follow actress Nicole Crump on Instagram at actress Nicole Crump. Make sure that y'all follow my girl. She got a lot of things going on. Oh, and before we get out of here, anything that we can look forward to that you got going on that you need to plug in?
Yeah, check me out on Amazon Prime on a show called Snitch. I'm on there for season 3. Check me out on ATL Homicide coming up.
Wow.
ATL Homicide, I'm on that on TV1. And you can also, I have a new movie coming out called Milk and Honey. So check it out. Yeah.
Uh-oh, Milk and Honey.
Sounds a little sexual, girl.
Down right now. Will we see the hat?
Y'all gonna see a lot of hats actually. I am selling my fedoras. So
okay, where can we get those?
Yeah.
What can those be picked up at?
On my brand, so you can follow that brand on Instagram at Nuked by Nikki. So if y'all want some fedoras, I got some different colors. I have my changeable bands, so you can change the bands to whatever color to match your outfits and things like that, ladies. So got some great colors for y'all. So yeah, y'all.
Is there a plug for the nails?
A plug for the nails. I went to Ling Ling across the street over here. But I did design these and have her design them for me. So this is like something I just came up with.
Fresh out the granola box. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's VIBEOne with our special guest, the one and only actress Nicole Crump. See y'all next Tuesday.
Subscribe.
Out of here.
Subscribe.